Hi there, Mike Perez with the Young Band. I want to talk about class meetings. These are meetings that I have for my beginners as well as my top band, my symphonic band, before the school year even starts. What I like to do, especially with beginners, a lot of families have never been in my band class before, and so there's just a lot of transition information they need to get. When do I bring my instrument? When do I bring my band binder? Do I really have to get everything on your supply list? How am I getting my trombone to school? Just all those questions that beginning families have that haven't been in your program. I have these class meetings on Google Meet. And what I do is I send them a newsletter, usually in late July, just going, hey, our summer band is beginning. We do a summer program in my school district, letting them know about summer music. And then I also say, hey, mark your calendars. We're having a beginning band meeting through Google Meet at this time and date. I typically have it a day or two before our sixth grade transition day. In my district, we have middle schools and we start sixth graders, and they have their own day where they get to be at this school and walk their schedule and try their lockers. I usually have my meeting either the night before that day or one more day in front of that. So it's usually that first week of school, more families are in town, and it's better attended that way. So I send them out that Google Meet link in another email a couple weeks later, go, hey, reminder, our Google meeting is coming up. And then even the day of, like 5 hours before, I go, hey, looking forward to seeing you at our Google Meet, just because I really want to try to get as many people at that meeting as I can. What I've found is families that watch that meeting live are the ones that follow procedures better, the ones that have less questions, and just in general are less anxious starting the school year. So in my class meeting, and I'll put my class meeting slides on my website, mikeperezband.com, so you can see. I have slides that I showed during the class meeting on my Google Meet that goes through everything that they need to know for the school year. So it's calendar dates, it's the concert uniform, it's their t-shirt size. In my school, we pay for their concert t-shirt, so I need to get their t-shirt size. I give them information on, here's some strategies on how to get your instrument to school. I also talk about, we're on a rotating block schedule in my school, 80 minutes every other day. And what I talk about is, I'm not nuts about our schedule. I'd rather have band every day. But the advantage to having a block schedule every other day is your child only needs to bring their instrument on the day they have band, and then take their instrument home on the day they have band. And what's neat about that is then they'll have to take their instrument back and forth at most 3 times a week, sometimes 2. So I give them that strategy. We talk about, yes, you're gonna have practice records. Yes, here's how much you're gonna have to practice. Talk about communication. I tell them how I have the most students of any teacher at the school, and I give them my goal and expectations for email. For me, I do two school days that I'll get back to them, not 48 hours, but 2 school days, and let them know just to be patient. I'll always get back to you. I don't ignore emails, but I do have a lot of students on my caseload. So we talk about that. And then at the end of the meeting, they fill out a Google form. And on that Google form is where they indicate their t-shirt size. We have a private lesson program at my school. They tell me if they're interested in lessons. They just give me some more parental information. And we also do some fundraising, and I also have some fundraising information on that Google form. So these parents get everything they need. When do you bring your instrument? On what days of school? Reinforce the supply list. On the Google form, they even check like what they're missing from the supply list. It's just another way to make sure they have everything they need. Fundraising information, it's really kind of a talking syllabus is what this class meeting is. It's the best way to think of it. My beginning families give me outstanding feedback on this meeting. They say that it's just so well organized. They really appreciate all the information ahead of time. In my district, back to school night is a week after school has started, sometimes a week and a half. And that's too late for me to get that information out, and sending it all in a big long email. Parents get too many emails at the beginning of the year. So yes, it's about a 25-minute Google Meet. It's 25 minutes on an evening, but I get such great attendance from my families. They love it. They love all that information, and it really sets the tone that they see, that you're an organized director that wants to communicate well and help them. So if you've never done a class meeting before, I really recommend it for your beginners, number one. And if you have an advanced ensemble that does more stuff with like field trips or, a lot of extra performances, you might want to do it with your top band too, just to kind of set the stage for everything coming up for that band. So again, I'm going to put the a copy of the class meeting slides on my website, mikeperezband.com. And I'll also put a copy of that Google form on there so you can see all the data and information I collect. So hope you find that helpful and hope you try a class meeting sometime.